But in this thread, I go on to explain what I believe to be the champion Gnar that Riot has released, and I continue. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and read through this very fastly. Okay. It has occurred to me today that Riot has announced the release of yet another champion they will be adding to the fields of justice. There is little to be known about the champion they are releasing, although I have made my own speculations. Being someone who has a wide knowledge of video game lore as well as mythological creatures, I will now be taking my time to give you all an inside sneak peek on what I believe to be the new champion. Okay, and deducting from the cave drawings on... Okay, and this is kind of what we had to go off of, okay? This is what I was able to make my hypotheses off of, were these cave drawings seen on this website, Gallery. Okay, so as you can see, very little information. Very little information. Okay, sorry, this is getting... Okay, so, that was kind of what I was able to see. Okay, and I was able to make a few predictions. I think it can be easily inferred that the champion is an animal-like creature. Judging from the picture, the champion has a tail and pointed ears. I have proceeded to find a list of mythological creatures Gnar could be, okay? And this was kind of the list that I was able to look through and kind of see mythological creatures in Greek mythology as well as that, and I was able to point out a few creatures. As you can see, I do have them highlighted. This was kind of one of my speculations. A werewolf, okay, also known as Lycanthrope, okay, and I did list a few different predictions that I had that the champion could be. And then I did go on to announce my belief that the champion was a Yordle, which I found out less than 24 hours later I was correct. Let me go ahead and read this really quick. I also am under the impression that the new champion could be a Yordle. I have put together a hypothesis. Gnar was actually originally born in Bandle City. There was a time in Bandle City where it was ordered by their leader that every Yordle boy under a certain age would be killed. Gnar's mother, afraid for his life, then sent him down a river in a basket. He was then taken by another family and raised as their own to live off the land. One day, many years later, he was exploring the land, and when he came upon something he had never seen before, a cave. Okay, and that is actually the same very cave. Okay, it is my hypothesis and my belief that the cave he came across was actually this same very cave that you will see on this website. Okay, the same very cave is the same exact cave that he actually came across. Okay, and curiosity getting the best of him, he ventured inside to be knocked unconscious. He then woke up hours later with a new power surging through him. He then ventured back to Bandle City to take his revenge upon the Mad King who called for his death so many years ago. But realizing he hadn't reached his full potential, he decided to fight on the fields of justice to further train in his new abilities so he could one day take his revenge. Okay? And, you know, I kind of did proceed to point that out, and that was kind of my belief on the lore. I was able to identify the champion as being a Yordle character. At that time, Riot had not released very much information on the Yordle's lore, although I am quite confident, I hit many major parts of the lore as well, okay? Even though they haven't released the lore, I think I pretty much have his lore on lockdown. I was also able to identify the champion as the jungler main as well. I'm gonna go ahead and escape out of that right now, but like I said, I was... Okay. I don't really know how to say this, but I really feel as though this hasn't been a coincidence and have felt... I really feel like it hasn't been a coincidence that I was able to know that the champion would be a Yordle character before the champion was even released. I have felt that since a very young age. And I'm not trying to say that I'm a psychic, but I believe that I do have psychic abilities. And if I began to actually tap in and explore these psychic abilities that I have, you know, I would only be able to exercise the ability further.